Okay, so in this section we are going to discuss about the summarized fiber optic cabling types. So in this, the objective or exam objective will be covered 1.3, summarize the types of the cables, connector and spline, which is appropriate type of the solution. If you want to deploy the fiber optical cable, so what are the considerations you need to use? Actually, I told you already, it is used the infrared signals. So infrared signals always perfect for any type of the interference and the attenuation. Means there is a less attenuation and no interference, because light is not affected by the electromagnetic field or other type of the field. So it support the higher bandwidth means 10 GB to 100 Gbps, and also over the longer cable run means approximately 10 kilometers till. So there is a three mainly which is used in a construction. One is a cladding, another is a core. So in a cladding there is the combination of the what actually I want to show you, like this is the cable which is going, and there is a only where is, like you can see, this is optic means shisha. So there is a optic inside it and the data is traveling inside the optic only. So if there is not a good cladding, so in this case the light will not be reflect. Okay, so it is necessary to having a good cladding which will reflect the signal back into the waveguide, which is actually internal part, and the reflection can be done. And that is the reason the signal is traveling very fast. And another is a core section. Core section is nested like this, very core of the very thin. It is made from the glass or the plastic where the light can travel, and very thin also. But there is a two types of the cables which is called a single mode and the multi-mode cables. But single mode and multi-mode cable we will discuss later, but there is also one outer jacket required of the cable. Like this is the cable, so there is a one jacket required over it. Reason, because this is suited for the plenum, outdoor, underground, under sea and so on, because fiber optical cable is used to passing data through the sea. Okay, there is a two types of the cables. One is a single mode fiber cable, another is a multi-mode fiber cable. Where is data is transferring, when it is transferring in a single mode, it is called single mode fiber cable. When it is transferring in a multi-mode, it is called multi-mode fiber cable, like this. Okay, so the reason is that in a single mode or the single mode fiber cable, the laser is optic. Laser optic means laser beam. I think you have heard about the laser beam. So laser beam is used to emit the electric or emit the light. But in a multimedia there is a LED, light emit diode is used. Okay, so the core is of the single mode fiber cable more thin than the multimedia fiber cable. So the core size is a 8 to 10 micron and here is 50 to 62.5 micron. And the wavelength is 1310, 1550. And here is the wavelength is 850 to 1300. And there is a OS1 cable, single mode fiber cable is used in a indoor, and OS2 are used for the outdoor. It is actually called like OS1 have the only single reach, single core, but in a OS2 there is a two core inside a single cable. But here is OM1, OM5 and total OM1 to OM5. OM means optical multimode. So OM1 and OM0 support the 1 Gbps using the LED transmitter, and the range is a 10 Gbps over the shorter range. If it is want to send the data lengthy, then use the 1 Gbps and 10 Gbps for the SATA. It can transfer the data approximately 100 Gbps but not more than 500 meter, or I think 440 meter, and this is for the 1 to 10 kilometer. Perfect can be used. Okay. So next is a type of the connector. You can see these type of the connector are used in a fiber optical. This type of the connector is less used. This type of the connector is very used. It is called actually SC, subscriber connector. The basic installation, if you want to do the basic installation, then you can use the straight tip, or it is called ST connector. There is another connector, it is called subscriber connector. It is the design of the push and pull and having the some type of the which is fit into the connector, and this is very widely used. Everywhere you can see this type of the connector can be used. Local connector is used, this is are the smaller and form factor, but this is actually generally used for the transmitter and receiver are the different then. This type of connector are, it is called MTRJ connector, used in very less format. So fiber Ethernet also have their standard, and this standard is actually considered as a X, like 100 base FX, 100 base SX. So 100 Mbps is for the 2 kilometer is used the FX, and actually S is for the multi-mode, and 550 meter of this. 1 Gbps if over the short range, 100 base SX means for the short range, and LX is used for the long ranges. Okay, and if the data is considered like 10 Gbps, then SR for the short range and LR for the long range. This type of the base center or this type of the Ethernet generally used in a data centers and the WAN applications. When the computers or the network devices are connected in the WAN, so such type of the Ethernet are used. But in a LAN, local area network, yes, you can use this type of the Ethernet, but mostly nowadays we are using twisted pair cable. Okay. So there is a standard or the cable installation, because this cable installation is a full duplex, but there is in some cases like a one side trans receiver is you transmitting any data, so it will be connect this cable over the RX on the other side. RX means receiver. Similar, if TX is connected this side, so on this side the RX must be connected with the RX. This is the simple. If sender is a TX, then receiver should be connect on the RX, and if the receiver is a sender is on the RX, so it must be connected on the TX. TX is a trans receiver. Transmitting the data, RX will be considered as a receiving the data. Patch cord polarity. Patch cord means when the connector and the cable is connected on this point, there is some type of the attenuation is a possible on this interface. So there is a three types of the finishing can be used on this point, so it can be protect from the interference. Physical contact, ultra physical contact, or the angled physical contract. These thus just a type of the finishing. फिनिशिंग टाइप में जैसे नहीं हम अपने मकान पे एक पुताई करते हैं, फिर एक और क्या करते हैं, उसके बाद अलग अलग तरह की करते हैं ना, कोटिंग्स लगाते हैं. सो दिस इज द टाइप ऑफ द फिनिशिंग विच इज कैन प्रोटेक्ट फ्रॉम एनी टाइप ऑफ द इंटरफेरेंस. दैट्स इट, नथिंग एल्स. So what we have covered in a fiber optical cables, we have covered about the optic cable consideration, single mode, multi-mode fiber cable, connector types, standard, and the optic cable installation.